What's up, everyone, and welcome to The Capsule. Thanks for tuning in. Hope everybody at home and in the car or at work or wherever the hell you listen to this, I hope you're all good. Let's dive in, people. So first of all, just to Bucharest, there was a touch of drama that happened. And this is not the first time this has happened, I will say this. Basically, the two people who got to the finals in house got disqualified in the finals and were understandably not pleased, and then spoke about it online and kind of put out what happened. And Bruce was also not pleased, and he responded. And I don't necessarily want to go into all of that because it's fun to gossip, but it's not the point. It's not the moral of the story. The moral of the story is why they got disqualified. Now, there is a rule in Just Debout, and as far as I can remember, it's always been a rule. However, as far as I can remember, it's always been either confusing or people didn't know about it at all. So here is what the rule is. The rule is you cannot do more than one routine per battle. And I don't mean more than one routine per whole competition. I mean per individual round. So in the quarterfinals, in the semifinals, in the finals, you cannot do more than one routine total. So if you do a two round battle, or like your partner goes and then I go, that counts as two. It's a bit confusing because what do we call a round? What do we call a battle? What do we call a competition, etc.? But if my partner goes, then I go, and we do a routine in both of those, we could get disqualified for that. So unfortunately, I have swooped in to say this a bit too late because the tour is ending. I think we've got maybe 3 or 4 more dates, maybe 3 by the time this comes out. But let me just check how many dates we've got left. Yeah, it's going to be maybe like 3 by the time this comes out. Or maybe not. Milan, Wuhan, London, and Paris. Well, Paris is the final. So anyway, all that to say, be aware. Don't do more than one routine per round. I guess the reason, I don't know the clarification of why the rule is that rule, and that's every battle has its own rules. Fusion Concept have a ton of rules. Summer Dance has its own rules. Just Debout also has its own rules. It could be, if I'm speculating, because I know you're saying, Luke, please speculate. It could be because they want it to be more focused on like how strong are the dancers rather than being able to win by just like throwing routines down the opponent's throats. Which is not necessarily bad. It's just a different way of doing a 2-on-2. They maybe Bruce wants Just Debout to be more of a like, okay, you're a partnership, but keep the balance of routine and solo so that we can see that you're also strong dancers together. It's also a very strict rule. So if you do the routine, you're out. There's no like appeal. There's no VAR. There's nothing. It's like, you're out, basically. So you got to be really careful. And the other thing is, not necessarily because of the Bucharest situation, but because of previous things that I've seen at Just Debout, one question that comes up is like, what counts as a routine? And this is where there is a bit of a gray area. So you have to be really careful, because often in 2-on-2s, we will have, there's different types of things. And I'm going to talk about routines in a minute, but there's like, a routine, which is like, you both dancing together, blah, blah, blah. There's also a thing that is a lot of the time is called a commando, which comes from breakers. And I would imagine it comes from B-boy crew battles. And the idea of a commando is that it's a little combo that starts with someone doing a solo and finishes with the next person starting their solo. So the aim of it is to switch one person in and one person out. Oftentimes it's because you can't just, like, let's say in a crew battle for breakers, it's not good to just, okay, you finish your round, and when you're done, the next person just steps in, because it's like, okay, the other crew will be like, well, it's our turn to go, right? So what they do is using the commando to kind of link the two solos together, which is like, sometimes it could be like 2 moves, or it could be like 1 move even that brings one breaker in and one breaker out, but it keeps the continuity of what's happening, right? So that's also an option for top styles battles. You know, if I'm doing my round and my partner if we want to split the round 50-50, we can. So I can go in, we can do a little commando and switch. Now, does a commando count as a routine? That's the question, which is I can't answer for you. Also, you know, like when you start and finish a round, sometimes people like to kind of vibe together to show a bit of a connection and, you know, maybe do a little groove together, do a couple of steps together. But at some point, that vibing together at the beginning or end of your round becomes a routine. It's like, it's a bit of a gray area because when you finish your round and I join in with the thing that you were already doing, this little groove. Cool, that's maybe like a nice little ending. But then if we keep going for 10 seconds, 15 seconds, 20 seconds, then we change to a different move. Then now we've done 3-4 different grooves and we're doing them together. Is that a routine? I don't know. Like, it's very contextual. It's very like hard to quantify what is or isn't a routine unless just to write that out as a rule. Like anytime you're moving simultaneously with your partner, like if your partner's not standing dead still, you know what I mean? It's hard to say. Or the other thing they could do, but I mean, they're not going to do it now, but it's like have a space on the stage where it's like, if your partner steps, like, you know, imagine a marked out floor. And if your partner steps onto the active area, we're counting that as a routine. Do you know what I mean? And then if they're off, that's not to be counted by the judges. Even if they are doing the same thing, it's like the judge should not think of that or not take it into account when judging. And if they step onto the active area, you know, like a basketball player standing off the sidelines, as soon as he steps into the field of play, he's an active player. And if you've got 6 players on the court, it's a problem, whatever. Or if you pass the ball to someone out of bounds or in, you know what I mean? Maybe there's an out of bounds thing that should happen. So that is that. All that to say, be very careful with your routines. I've seen some fantastic dancers get disqualified, and I don't want to see that happen, especially in the UK. Sorry, everyone else, it's a bit too late for you. But I did not actually think about talking about this until this happened in Bucharest. The other thing is, there's a rule in Juste Debout. Again, it's a bit too late, but maybe for next year. There's a rule in Juste Debout that you can't enter the same style in multiple different countries. So if you go to wherever the fuck and you enter hip hop and then you go to a different country to another qualifier, you can enter popping, house, locking, but you can't enter hip hop again. And I've seen people get disqualified. Like they go and do the prelims and then the event's been stopped and they say, hey, like, cause also it's the same judges, the same, like not the same host, but like sometimes it's similar DJs, sometimes like obviously Bruce is at almost all of them, if not all of them. So if they recognize you and they're like, yeah, didn't I see you in Japan? Especially if you're a bit more known, they'll kick you out. And imagine if it slips by you and then you get to the finals of that qualifier, they might be like, hold on, we just realized. Or they could take your title away if you win the qualifier and then they find out later that you entered prelims and didn't get through and they just missed you or whatever. So just, again, be careful so that you don't get disqualified. It is on any battle to set their own rules. And enforce their own rules. So, you know, if you disagree, also that is something that is so fair. If you disagree and you don't like the rules and you don't want to do the event, then don't do it, but just be aware that this is a rule. But yeah, that's it. I just hope nobody gets disqualified, especially now in the UK or the last ones. I don't know how it counts. Is if you've already entered in a qualifier and you want to go enter in Paris at the main event, like enter the prelim. I don't know if you're allowed to do that. So maybe write to them and ask them. But yeah, it's a bit hard to find those rules online. So that's why I'm telling you. Anyway, so the other thing I wanted to talk about is routines. Now, again, bit too late. Whole tour's already happened. Coming at you fashionably late. But here are 5 things that I think can help people to make better battle routines for 2-on-2s. So the first thing is don't do with 2 people what one person could do alone, right? Also, disclaimer, these are not rules. They are my opinions. Also, disclaimer to the disclaimer, I still think I'm right. So don't do with 2 people what one person could do alone. Meaning, if you do a routine and it's just steps from the style that the person could have done by themselves, first of all, it's going to be slower and less complicated most of the time than you could do if you were by yourself. And if you freestyle it, it would probably have a better flow. It would probably be more complicated and intricate because you're freestyling it and it's only you that you have to think about. When you have to choreograph it for two people, unless you're really good and really clean at choreographing intricate, complicated choreo. Like I've seen it happen in house, maybe with like some of the serial steppers and stuff like that, where it's like intricate, crazy footwork. Sure, there's exceptions to everything. Go for it if you think you can do something successfully. But just doing a basic step, then another step, then another step, then another step. First of all, it's not exciting. Second of all, it's not very creative. Third of all, it doesn't add anything to the round. And I think this was always my thought with 2-on-2 or 3-on-3, 4-on-4, whatever you want to say, routines, is it's a solo oriented thing, right? So I'm going to go, then the other person's going to go. So what we're doing when we're adding a routine is we're adding to a solo almost always. Like there's no, maybe there's some battles that have funny concepts, but in a generic 2v2 battle, we're adding to a solo. So you have to add to the solo. Does that make sense? If you're taking away from the solo by just doing what I could have done by myself, but slower and worse, you've taken points away from my solo. And again, this is one thing to bear in mind. There isn't, and shout out to people like Renegade and Storm who are trying to work on the the judging and all the other people that are working on judging in the battle scene. But there is not a across the board rule about routines. There might be in some of the Olympics that I don't know about that side and all, but in battles that don't even have a judging criteria, there definitely isn't a consensus on what a routine should or shouldn't do or what we're marking it on. As far as I'm concerned, you gain very little, if any, points for doing something at the same time as someone else. Like just the fact that it's choreography is like, all right, cool. You raise the level of difficulty a little bit. You could say it's, execution is a little bit harder when there's two of you. So if it's a super clean routine, you could think about those categories. But in general, just doing two things at the same time, it doesn't really do much. Or one thing at the same time as someone else. I would say the alternative to that is do what with, like I said, with two bodies that you have a lot more options than with one body, right? So what is it that I can and can't do? This is the way I would be thinking anyway. What is it that I can and can't do with two bodies that I couldn't do with one? So for example, like lifts, I can't lift myself, right? Weight bearing things, kind of maybe like concept-y, type of like, almost like if you imagine tutting, but with 4 arms instead of 2. Okay, now we've got something that the one person couldn't do. If we think about like illusionary stuff, is there an illusion you can create with 2 people that you can't with 1? Is there a lift that you can do with one person, with 2 people that you can't do with 1? There's a million things that you could do. Tricks, whatever, props, that's another thing. Like there's so many things that you can do with 2 people that you can't do with 1. It's why in theater you have solos, you have duos, you have like when you're making a theater piece, what is the amount of dancers that you need? Same with this, So yeah, that's how I would be thinking if I was advising someone to create routines, is how is this routine better than just you doing this same exact thing but by yourself? And if the answer was like, it's impossible to do this thing by myself, cool, we're on the right track, I think. So number 2, think about the placement of the routine, because that will dictate what the routine is and how it looks and what it does, right? So now you have 3 places you can put a routine, kind of. Beginning, middle, and the end, right? So you can start your round off with a routine. That's difficult, and I'll get to that in a minute why, but you have to kind of be in tune. You have to understand when the person is going to start, blah, 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 because then you get messy if you don't both start bang on the same time, because there's no precursor to the routine. The routine is the beginning. It can, if we're talking about adding to a solo, it can make the start of your round very strong. And especially if somebody's just done a very strong solo, if you respond with a routine, it grabs that attention back, right? And this is stuff that like B-boys have understood for a long time, but I think, or breakers in general have understood for a long time, but I think we are slower to catch up sometimes in the top style scene. So beginning, End is similar. You finish on a strong note. You also, the difficulty with that is you have to kind of understand where you are in the time. If you have 1 minute, you can't start your routine when they start to count 3, 2, 1. So you have to kind of know in your head, and seasoned battlers do know this. They know where they are in their round. They could guess pretty much like, all right, I've got about 15 seconds left. I'm at the last third of my round. And then if they start their routine at the right time and you finish when the host counts down 3, 2, 1, perfect. I've seen many a person have to stop their routine halfway through, and it sucks. You might as well not do the routine, I think, because it just looks messy and it looks unprofessional that you didn't know how to time it well. The other thing is doing it in the middle. I start my round. We do a routine halfway through, then I continue my round. Or we switch, which is the commando thing. If we don't switch, the thing you have to remember is now you've only given that solo a little bit of time either side to breathe. So you can't, it could be a way to cover up a weak partner if the partner's not as strong, or you're battling against people who you think you might, like one of you is strong enough to beat them, but the other one is like not strong enough to beat his person or her person. You could throw a routine that takes up most of that round in order to like somewhat try and balance it. It's an approach. I'm not saying it will work every time. But yeah, so there's the way of just doing it with like I start routine, then I finish, or you can use it as a commando. If you both want to have a little bit of a go, again, it could be a strategy if the other person is strong and you need to balance it out or whatever. It's like, I can go, we can do a little commando. It could be 4 counts. It could be 8 counts. Just sharp, to the point, get it done, say what you need to say, and then switch. And it should end with the other person in the starting their round. So what you don't want to do is finish the routine on a move where you're both stood next to each other still, because then it's like, okay, you step forward and I go back. But what you kind of want to do is that last move, the first move pulls the person out of their solo, and then the last move of the commando pushes the person into their solo. That's a really fluid one. And it just keeps the flow of the round really nicely. That's ideally what you want. You don't also want any confusion, because sometimes people create routines. This is another common mistake. People create routines and they don't know, like whenever we made routines, it was always this routine will start with Luke in the middle and it will finish with the other guy going. The benefit of that is you don't, there's no confusion, because sometimes, okay, I'm doing my round, I start the routine, the other person joins in, and then at the end, we haven't discussed, am I going to continue or are you going to go in? So we both kind of look at each other. There's a moment of like, and then one of us just goes, which is, again, you're wasting precious time. It doesn't look as good. It's not as fluid, and you kind of undo the cohesion that you had with that routine, right? So you want to know, in every routine, it's almost like every routine should kind of be a commando in a way. Like every routine you should know who's coming, whose solo will this start in and who will go next. You can make code words for your routines. You can give them numbers. It depends how far you think you're going to get. People that are contenders to go all the way through to finals, and you want one for each round, unless something that B-boys do is plan, this is our prelim routine, this is our quarterfinal routine. So no matter who you're against, you do the same routines. Or if you make your routines by, like, this is a waving routine, this is a floor work routine, you can use it as a response. If somebody does floor work, you can throw your floor work routine, but then you've got to signal it to the person, yo, do number 3, do the floor work routine, whatever you want to call it. Do the old razzle dazzle. Give it code words, you know. Don't call it the razzle dazzle, that'd be funny. Let's throw the old razzle dazzle at them, see? Okay, so number 3, have a signal move is the best way I'm going to call it. The signal move is, I don't know what else to call that, but basically if I'm doing a solo and I want the other person, let's start that again. If I'm doing my solo and I want the other person to know that I'm about to start the routine, either we understand that I always do the first 3 counts or 4 counts of the routine by myself. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, by 5, he's there, joined in, or I have a signal routine. I have a signal move, which means there's a move that I do on, let's say, the 5, 6, 7, 8, the 7, 8, just the 8, which means this is my signal to you that we're starting the routine now. So it could be, just a really simple thing. It could be a really complicated thing. It could be something that kicks off the routine in a nice way or sets the theme of the routine. I always liked that when I was doing 2-on-2s more, is like, I always like to be like, okay, this is a like lines and touch thing. So when you see me do 1, 2, 3 in a specific order, that means that's not me freestyling. That's me about to start the routine. So it sets up, okay, we're doing lines and touch, whatever. With the signal move, one thing you don't want to do is telegraph that you're about to start a routine. It looks shit. And also it's like, it cuts the flow of the round. You know, if you're just dancing really fluidly and you stop and like wave your arms or something and then start, it's like, yeah, okay, you might as well just turned around and said 5, 6, 7, 8. Like, you know, you want it to look fluid and you want to be able to execute it as part of your round. And this is something that we used to practice a lot and good duos will practice a lot, which is go freestyle, do the thing, then let's do the routine. You don't just practice the routines by themselves. You practice the round that the routine's going to go in. So you dance, you do it, and practice fluidly signaling that that's going to happen. If you have a good partner, and I think that's maybe less these days, that people have partners that they're trained with their whole life and they're your friends, you might know the person well enough to know when they're about to start a routine. That's the ideal, is like you just know that person so well that you see them shift their weight and you're like, oh, he's about to do the floor work thing. Or you see them lean to the right and you're like, oh, this is a tuck. Like if you know your partner that well, screw the signal move thing. Just read each other's mind and go for it. Like that only happens through like a long time of training together and watching each other. That's the other thing. This is a bonus one. Partners, get used to watching your partner. Too many people are either talking shit to the opponent, looking around the space, looking at the floor, and their partner's trying to signal something to them, and they're just not seeing it. And I'm watching in the audience like, would you look at your friend, please? Because they're trying to tell you something. And I think even if you're trying to, you know, you're talking to the opponents, you're looking at the floor, whatever, use your peripheral vision, or like your partner is the main thing, because you never know what's going to happen. What if they trip and you have to catch them? Or what if I don't know, anything could happen. There's a million things that go wrong or change or, you know, people want to do. And if you're not even looking at your partner while they're dancing, you have no hope of catching on. And it's the same when you're training. You know, when you're training with someone, watch them, figure out their tendencies, figure out, every time they go to the floor, they do this. It's not to say that you're about to do a routine, but if you know that your partner's about to go to the floor, how can you complement that? How can you like go with them, highlight it? Maybe if they're going to do something sick, you can like pause and let them do that thing and then carry on like backing them or whatever. But yeah, watching your partner is really important. Number 4, rehearse your routines. So many people, and I get it, not everybody's done choreo, not everyone's talented in that area, not everyone has that background, but when you make up a routine, practice it over and over and over and over, because choreo dancers do the same thing that we do as battlers, in the sense that they drill their routines. Even in the routine, learning it, it's like 5, 6, 7, 8, just do the first 8, 5, 6, 7, 8, go. As soon as you finish, do it again. 5, 6, 7, 8, go. Drill the routine over and over and over until it's muscle memory. And when you have a whole routine, practice it over and over and over. There's at a good level, like if you've passed prelims, right? Prelims, I'll forgive it a little bit because not everyone's at a good level. If you've passed prelims, there is no excuse for forgetting or messing up your routine, with all due respect. Like, you can't be forgetting routines. You can't be messing up, like getting it wrong. If you trip, okay, cool. If something happens that's out of our control, cool, it happens. But if you just forget, or you're in the wrong place, or you just haven't rehearsed enough, and then it's like, why even bother doing the routine? You know, it's like, there's no excuse for that. Just go in someone's living room. It's only 2 of you. If it's like 5 of you, all right, there's more things that can go wrong. There's more moments. It's just 2 of you. Like 2-on-2 battles, you can't be messing up routines. Especially nowadays where like more and more choreo dancers are doing battles. Like, they're going to smoke you at that shit. Also, an important thing, understand that music, especially hip hop, Western music, battle music, has and music producers, don't cuss me if I'm getting this wrong in the way I'm saying it, but like, it has a intrinsic 8 and a 1. Like the 1 of the music, or the 8 count of the music, is not whenever you decide an 8 count is. It's phrased in a certain way to loop. So you can hear that by like, if there's a sample, it can be like when the sample repeats, that's your 1, and you hear it na 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 na. Repeat. Na, 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 na. Like, in the middle of that, it's not, I'm going to decide this is an 8. It's like, there is a phrasing that the producer built in so that there is an 8 and there is a 1, right? experienced dancers and people that understand music will be able to hear that. Sometimes like as soon as you put on the song, they know, oh, that's 4, 5, 6. You should be able to kind of understand it. Don't start your routines on a 5, especially if you've built them to be, it's a 4/8 long routine. And the person doing the signal move or starting the routine, it's your responsibility to understand music enough to know when to start it. And not only to know when to start it, but to not telegraph it. Because the easy thing is when you're setting it up for the one, people are like mid-solo, they're going for it. And then they kind of slow down and chill and like take a few steps back. And it's like 5, 6, 7, 8. And of course, a routine is the most predictable thing. You want to start it on the one without showing us that you're going to start on the one and still signaling to your partner that you're about to start. So it's tricky, but when it's done well, it's great. And the last thing, number 5 is, let's start that again. Number 5 is to be creative. So try and think a little bit out of the box. Like if you're going to do a routine, like I kind of spoke about this before, but like, why are you doing the routine? What is it adding? How can you be different? Like this is your chance to be different in the way that we should all be different with our dance, you know, like what are you bringing to the table? What are you doing that you haven't seen anyone do before? Like if you're going to do basic steps, like show us more than the basic steps that we all know or that that everybody's done in the whole battle. Like show us something different, go deeper, go further, go more athletic, go faster, go more intricate, go use props, use lifts. Like if you watch stuff like, I mean, again, for me, breakers are the model for this type of thing. Because if you watch, I don't know, Battle of the Year, if you watch any B-boy crew battles, if you watch any B-boy like 2-on-2, 3-on-3s, of course, B-boys are like the way that they, or breakers in general, the way that they create routines, they're more athletic and their style lends itself to that. But they're creative, like you don't really see them doing just the same shit that they would. They're not doing like, okay, 6-step together side by side. Like they're doing stuff like jumping over, going under, like creating this illusion, like pulling out a t-shirt, jumping through it, whatever it might be. Like there's a lot of options in terms of creativity. And I just think that when you're doing a routine, we're talking about 2-on-2s, but in general, it's like, it's a prime opportunity to show us how creative you are and how different you can be and really like shine in that moment, especially like, I'm talking locally, I'm not talking on a world level, but when I used to do 2-on-2 routines, me and my partner that we used to battle with all the time have beaten people here that we had no business beating. Like at like solos, they would smoke us, but 2-on-2s, we got a lot of people because we just went, like I had a background in choreo anyway, so that helped. Like learning routines is fairly easy for me and I don't often have trouble remembering them. But if you're able to do that, like you can win battles that you otherwise wouldn't have won because your solos aren't as strong as that person. So if you're not, you know, if you may be like, oh, I don't know if I'm going to get through prelims, or I don't know, oh, we're up against these people in the finals. Damn, they always smoke us. It's like, if you know or suspect they don't have routines, or they're maybe not as good at their routines, or they're going to mess up, or even you're better at routines than them, but they're better soloists than you, go hard on your routines because they can save you. They can't completely do all the work, but they can save you if, you know, it happens that they've saved people and it's like, you see the partners win and you're like, oh, really? They beat them? But it's not about the individual solos. It was about the teamwork or the routines. Again, Just Debout kind of balances that because you've only got one routine per thing. But, you know, if we're talking about Flavorama, if we're talking about any of these other 2v2 battles, it's like, I don't think, as far as I know, that they have that rule of only one. So if you can do more routines, you can do more commandos, you can have starts, finishes, you can really build with your partner. This should be the benefit of having a partner that you train with. Like, this is maybe controversial, maybe not. You shouldn't be able to win a 2v2 battle with someone that you met the night before or on the day. I've done that. I won a 2-on-2 battle with someone I met the morning of the battle. You shouldn't be able to, because people that have a partnership should know each other so well and have such a good flow and work together that you should, I mean, if the difference in skill is like huge, then sure. But if all things are like similarly equal, the people that know each other well should win. And if they don't, it means they haven't really worked hard enough, in my opinion. So Anyway, that's my thoughts and tips on how to make good routines. People may disagree. People may have different approaches. This is how I would advise. This is how I would teach. This is my approach to routines. It's something that I think we also have. I mean, it's been 5 years since Just Debout has been around, so we haven't had as many 2-on-2 battles. There's still some good ones out there, but there's definitely less crew battles, so people are less used to like creating routines and stuff. But I would just love to see, Legamal, Zico and Deakins. Back in the day it was like UK and Aldo. Who else? There's some like people that make really great routines now, and they are sick, and I love it. I just want to see more of it. I want to see more special stuff. It's like in the battle scene, it's something that the routines and the 2-on-2, the 3-on-3, the 4-on-4, 5-on-5, especially in the top styles, is something that I think we don't like make the most of. Like it could be, and it is a really special thing. Like when Zico and Deakins like kill a routine, it's incredible. Like they know each other and they are creative and they add to the solos really well. And it's like the way that they use routines is fantastic. And I'm not saying you have to do the same type of, illusionary concept, intricate stuff that they do. I've seen some crazy stuff with like crump battles, which is the complete other end, or obviously we talked about breaking battles and stuff. So it doesn't have to be the same style, but it's the mentality behind it, being creative, being differently, rehearsing the shit out of it. All the stuff that I said. Anyway, I think that's all from me for now. Let's move on to our wonderful interview. This is an interview from last year's Jack of All Trades in Montreal. And I'm hopefully going to be back there this year, which I'm super looking forward to. I cannot recommend Jack of All Trades enough. The people are so cool and so nice. The crowds are crazy. Montreal is my city-in-law. Shout out Montreal. I love you. I'm like half from Montreal in my heart. Half of my heart is from Montreal. I love the people out there. I love the atmosphere. I love the venues. Jack of All Trades is like a conceptual battle. So each round has a different concept. So like as a popper, you might be doing like tuts and lines or waving or bottom half type of stuff. So you have to be able to like dance in your concept, not just do overall rounds, which I think is so cool. And it's a really fun battle to do, and there's so much going on. It's a whole festival. If you can get over there, I would recommend it. Shout out to the Montreal scene. Shout out to Jack of All Trades. They just released the dates, so go and check it out. Any of my Montreal people listening, I love you very much. Let's move on to the interview. Thanks for tuning in. Love you guys. I'm here with another guest who I'm super happy to sit down with finally. The legend Djidawi. One of the people that you're one of the people that I started watching at the very beginning. Is like maybe 4 or 5 people, and I think I sat down with 3 of them so far. Nyako is one of them. You, Feis, people that like at the beginning really inspired me. So
thank you.
Pleasure to be here. First of all, how are you? How's life? How are you feeling?
Everything's okay.
Yeah.
A little bit of a jet lag, but True. It's okay. It's okay. It's good. Montreal every time is a good vibe. So it's perfect. Are
you still traveling as much as you used to, or not so much?
No, just for holidays.
Okay.
But not for dance. I don't travel a lot, so not like before. So that my English before was not so well, so now it's fucked up. So I will try to do my best.
Because you were traveling more.
Yeah, before.
Yeah. So you were speaking more English with everybody.
Sure.
Okay. And now you're back are you in Lille?
Yeah.
Okay.
Still in Lille.
Okay, shout out Lemzo. another friend I want to have on the podcast. I have so many just thoughts and questions from the whole history, but if we go back at the beginning. So you started around which year dancing?
99.
99, okay. And the first Just Debout was which year?
2004. That I participate.
Yeah, it was 2004. 2004. And the first year that it started?
2002.
2002, yeah. Okay, cool. So you've been like pretty much at the early days of like the...
I think for me, it's just my vision, but my generation is the best one.
Okay.
Because we know a lot of things about the OGs. We live the same energy. Maybe not energy, but the same context of the OG, because we don't have like internet and everything. And we saw the transition, and then we know how everything happened now, So for me, we are the best generation because every time we adapt, we adapt ourselves to the social media, for example, to the dance world too. Because when I start, I never imagined that I will work, in dance or just travel, just about that. Because when I start, there are nothing, just some VHS of Battle of the Year, for example. It was like big event in Germany, but Germany is just here. Well, not here, but you understand me. But in France, it's like 5 hours by car, you go to Battle of the Year, so it's not like a dream.
Yeah.
So it's with in the same, how I can say it, in the same time that the time flies, we feel that okay, we can do something maybe with that.
Yeah.
So for me, it's for that I really like my generation or my time because everything was new. Every time new thing, Like okay, now they are Juste Debout. What is this? Okay, it's a big event, two on two, a stand-up battle. Before Juste Debout, there are nothing.
True.
So every time was new thing. Oh, okay, it's a little room. After it's Coubertin. After it's Bercy.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, and that's crazy because I was saying I did an interview with Bruce, and I was saying like I'm the generation that like I never knew a life without Juste Debout. Like I started dancing and Juste Debout exists.
Yeah.
Now it's bigger, but it was always a thing. It was always the top of the mountain, But it must be interesting because it's like now there's other small battles that sure we can see it grow, but before Juste Debout, like you said, it was a different scene.
Yeah, sure. Because at this moment, I don't know if I answer to the question, but just at this moment, in my region, everybody, even in France, everybody do show or creation.
Like theater.
Yeah, theater.
Okay. And street show a little bit.
Not really in north of France. Sometimes, but not really. More in Paris. And the thing was that you go to the theater. Sometimes it's you dance. Sometimes it's other people. But when all the show was finished, of different crew, for example, everybody go to the hall, the lobby of the theater, and then you can dance with the people who was on the scene. So it was really like a surprising thing because sometimes it was the first time that you see someone. Oh, you just heard about someone. I spoke yesterday too. I don't remember with who, but we spoke about that before. Sometimes I said to some people, hey, this guy is too strong, too good, and I never saw it. I never saw him before. I just say it because everybody say me that. Now you heard about one guy, you go to Instagram and you can see directly his dance. Yeah. But before, sometimes I say, hey, this guy is too good. You see him before? No, never.
He's just a reputation.
Everybody say it. If everybody say it, it's because he's really good. So it was different because the first time you saw someone, it's in live for sure.
Yeah, so you weren't seeing on the internet.
The thing is a little bit different,
Yeah.
It's not like before it was better, but it was different. So that I really like my time because every time it was magic. Every event it was magic. Even how I meet Pepito. Okay. Pepito, it was the same thing.
How did you meet him?
I saw him in theater. After some show, Cyphers, I dance, he dance.
Okay.
And then I saw him maybe 1 year after.
And you were how old at this time?
14, I think.
Okay. Oh, so you knew each other
14
from
or 13.
young.
Wow.
Okay. And then you guys became like partners for battles like
just
later?
For Juste Debout.
Just for Juste Debout?
Yeah, it was the guy who teach me at this time. In 2004, he told me, maybe it will be good if you try to do Juste Debout, because I didn't think about that. And I say, yeah, let's go, but with who? Because in my crew, only B-boy.
What crew was it?
59 crew. 59 crew is just B-boys and me. So I was, okay, but I don't have partner,
Yeah.
So he said, I can call Pepito from Lille. Maybe you can, connect because you do some cypher together. It was good.
And you knew him at this time?
Just about dance.
See. Yeah. Okay.
We never talk together. So after he come in my city, we prepare maybe 2 or 3, choreography combination. Yeah. And then we go to Juste Debout and we enter. We do the pre-selection. It was good. Then after we lost in quarterfinal.
Against
comment ça s'appelait déjà Claire and Magali.
Okay.
So, but it was really good to lose.
How come?
Because after that, they danced against Salah and Damon, and I think we was not ready for that.
This is like the famous video, the girls against Salah.
So it was better for her and for us.
Yeah.
You know? It was better for everybody.
Okay.
But it was good experience, and it was my first battle, the first one, first competition. Because maybe we spoke about that, but I make a difference between battle and competition.
Okay, what's the difference for you?
Battle and Cypher. Cypher is battle.
Okay, so the competition is not like a real battle
competition,
to you.
You know. You come, you prepare for that, you know, you wait, you dance, you wait, you dance, you wait. Sometimes you won against someone with one round. It's not because you won that you are better, you know. Cypher, no lie.
Yeah, okay, that's true. So then you went back to Just Debout like every year, or?
No. I go, but I don't enter every year.
Okay.
Yeah, but I think 2004, 5, 6. Yeah, every year.
And did you, at that time, did you have like because you're from north of France, did you have like a rivalry with Paris at that time? Did you have something like to prove going there, or?
Not to prove to them, but you know, in 2004, 5, in north of France, we start to have some event too, in popping. And some dancers sometimes come, and you know, at this moment, Paris was like the main thing in France because they have a lot of information. But the problem is when the dancer came in our city or our region, they look like us, like we know nothing.
Okay.
You know, but it's because they don't know the history. You know, but we have a lot of information too.
Okay.
Just for example, Poppin' Taco, I think, come in north of France first before to go to Paris.
Okay.
Even Rocksteady Crew, for example.
Right.
You know, because the assistant of Poppin' Taco was a guy from north of France.
Oh, no way.
It was Rachid Bouchrim. And Rachid Bouchrim go to Los Angeles. He do some, you know, some party and everything. He met Poppin' Taco, and then after I connect with him, and Poppin' Taco said to him, "Okay, let's come with me. We will cheat. You do the same thing than me." And he was a b-boy. And then after he said to him, "Okay, we work together a lot of time. Just you have to come in my region now." And I was in my city. My city is not Lille. It's a little city near to Dunkirk.
Okay.
Like maybe about 20,000 of people.
Okay. What's the name?
Grande Sainte.
Okay.
It's a little city. And Poppin' Taco come in my hood.
Oh, wow.
You know, I was sit like this, and some people say to me, "Hey, is there Poppin' Taco come? Is there a workshop and everything?" You know, I was like 13. So
but you were already dancing at this point,
yeah,
so you knew
maybe
him.
1 year.
Okay.
So we have a lot of information, but people from Paris every time think that, you know,
they know more.
They have, you know. So it was a good motivation for us, you know, because you say, okay, you think that, okay, just wait.
Yeah, because I feel like when we were watching you guys, especially me, like when we were watching you guys at the beginning, it's like, I feel like this is what I liked about you and Pepito. It's almost like, if it was like the TV show of Just Debout, it's like you were like the bad guys.
Every time.
You know, it's like you have like the Salah, Damon, Jay Smooth, like these people that were like, we knew them, they had big names.
Sure.
And then I think also at this time you guys were quite young, right? You and Pepito.
Yeah, 2006, I was 17.
Yeah, so it was like these two kids that like didn't give a fuck. Sure. You know, it's like you have these big names. And also because I feel like every country has their version of that, but like in London, because we're a little bit like disconnected from mainland Europe, we had a bit of like, I know we still have sometimes, but the internet makes it better. But we had a bit of like, because we're disconnected, it's almost like these people are not like real. It's almost like I said, like a TV show. Like we saw the names of like, you know, Salah, even Nyako or people like that. And it's like, we're like, oh, they're like these people that we're never going to meet them. They're just kind of like TV characters or celebrities or whatever. So it's like, you know, if we had somebody come in London that was like a big name, it's like, oh shit, like they're here, like they're, you know, it's like that. So there was a bit of, I don't know how to say that, but like, it's a good thing and a bad thing, but like a bit of respect of like, whoa, it's Salah, like nobody could ever beat Salah or something.
I understand.
And then we see like you two there just like don't give a fuck. And I think there was like 1 year I was laughing so much. You did something where you're like making fun of the tissue thing that he did. We were like, no, like you took out the tissue before he did or something, because that was at that, for people that don't know, at that time he had a whole thing with blowing the tissue and it was like his big thing. And you did something and like threw the tissue and we were like, oh, you can do that? Like, I didn't know you're allowed to do that.
Is it possible? Okay,
yeah. And I said to Bruce the same thing, like when Bruce beats Salah Forget where it was. Maybe in Germany or something. Funkin' Styles. It was quite a long time ago.
2007 or 8, something like that.
Yeah, and the way we were telling each other was like, not, oh, this guy Bruce is dope. We were like, somebody beat Salah, you know? And we're like, what? And then we watch it and we're like, oh, he really did kick his ass.
Because Salah was the guy at this moment.
Exactly, really. And it's like, and I think that's what was cool for me anyway, and that's why I think I identified a lot with watching you and Pepito. Like, yes, the style of dance I really like, and I also like the way you guys dress, and you weren't, I don't know, dressed up like the Boogaloos. You just come with your Puma suedes and chilling. So I like that. And I also like this thing of like, because we have some version in London where you have the big names. And for me, it was like people like Brooke and Sean and these guys who are like the names. And it was like, yeah, I wanna beat them. Like the same way that you go and beat like Salah, you know, or this type of thing. It's like, I wanna go and disrespect the popular guys. You know? So it was like this not outsider, like underdog vibe. Yeah. But did you feel, because that was 17, 18. Now, for me, it's like you're one of these people that's like, one of the names of the Hall of Fame names. But did you feel that transition of like going from like, okay, I'm the underdog, oh, now I'm the popular guy?
Yeah, you feel it for sure.
Yeah.
It's the people that, you know, it's about the people. Everything is about the people in dance, because, you know, if you just dance in your bedroom, for sure you don't know if you are really good or not, you know. Sometimes there are some people that say they are good, but just for them.
Yeah.
But it's, for me, the people, how I can say, it's them that they feel.
They change.
Yeah. C'est quoi le mot, tu vois, pour dire qu'en gros, c'est eux qui te font ressentir ça.
You see what you do through their eyes.
Yeah, through their eyes.
It's just about that. So, but just to speak about that, about the mentality, maybe, or the attitude. The thing is, we come from a b-boying scene with Pepito. Even Nyako was a b-boy, you know. And a lot of people don't understand that, because the mentality, for me, okay, just like...
yeah,
you know,
please.
For me, in stand-up dance, like popping, house dance, what you want, this is not hip-hop for me. Okay. How the people think. Even in dance, for me, it's not like the hip-hop culture and the hip-hop dance. The hip-hop dance is the b-boying. And normally you have to, I never say you have to, but for this, you have to thinking about that, because this is the essence of the hip-hop dance, you know? They create everything, you know, even the sign, you know, when you do that.
Yeah, it's from breaking.
It's a b-boy thing, you know?
Even the format of battles.
Yeah, the cypher and everything, everything, you know? And when you have this attitude, because it's more like a b-boy attitude, it's not like a bad attitude, because it's not about disrespect.
No, for sure.
We never disrespect his dance, for example.
Only in the battle.
Yeah, and we have a big respect. And I'm sure that in North of France, for example, you can ask to people like Yuxon or, you know, OGs from Paris like Bruce. People from my city respect more the OGs of Paris than the Parisian dancers. Sure, 100%. But you know, we just have like a b-boy attitude, because Pepito come from b-boying too. He danced with Vagabond, you know, at this time. I was in 59 crew, and we just have the hip-hop attitude. That we come just to battle and to win, and then after it's okay. You know, after that it's okay, no problem. But we like that, because it's for that we do a battle, to challenge ourselves, and not just to be like, hey, let's go, it's exchange. Yeah, oh, nice, you know. No, this is more like an exchange. But you can do that, and you can have this attitude and be in the respect in the same time.
For sure.
And for me, it's in this attitude that you respect the guy, because you give everything that you can. Like in boxing. If you come and say, okay, I don't want to box too much, the guy will say, oh, let's go. The same thing. So the attitude for me, it was just a normal attitude. But in popping, it was like new. And it was like a big moment, because Salah was like this too. Salah comes from b-boying too. You know? So it's for that the energy match like this. If it was not Salah, the battle is not the same. And people like Salah for that, because you know, at this moment, when he did some animation, you know, the attitude and everything, it was a big inspiration for us, because the guy come and you say, okay, it will be a crazy moment for sure.
Yeah, and he was really like battling, like making jokes about people doing stuff on them, like you know.
Because he know what is a battle. Because before he was in family, he was in a vagabond after. You know, just you watch the b-boying battle when he entered, he was like a real b-boy, you know.
And the b-boy meant, because another thing that you were like, I think really well known for, I think it was maybe more common in your generation then. Tell me if I'm right. I think it was more common then.
Yeah.
But it's like having like sets like a b-boy.
Yeah, but it's not really sets.
Okay.
Even that, you know, it's not like a, you know, too much people.
Yeah, tell me. I want it.
No, it's like, you know, all of the people, for example, they say, no, this guy don't dance, he do too much technique. It's because this guy don't know how to do technique.
Okay.
And he's really bad. You know, the guy, they say, no, this guy don't do technique, he just groove. It's because he don't groove. You know, every time you say to the people what you don't know, what you don't do. You know?
Yeah.
And for that, for me, it's you know, we speak for nothing when we exchange about that, because you do what you want.
Yeah, sure.
You know, you just do what you want, and after it's not about set, because I understand what you want to say, because a set, if you say a set like a b-boy, sometimes some b-boys they do top rock, it's freestyle, and then after
a little
they have
moment.
like a set.
Yeah.
But it's a lot of part that
they
do a lot of time like this, so they don't change, but they can change.
Yes, it's like signature moves that you can do like that.
And this is different, because for me, signature move, it's what you need. If you go to, you know, the museum Le Louvre in Paris, everybody could go to see La Joconde. You know, this is a signature. We never asked to Leonardo da Vinci to do a lot of things. Can you do that? You know, with the color, show us that you know the color. We don't care. Just show us who you are. And it's about signature, you know. But after, it's not just about that.
It's
not
of course.
like one move. But you need that.
And this was because I think the generation that I'm in, we grew up watching your generation, and we saw a lot of you guys. Almost every dancer in that generation, like you have your signature moves that you have. So that was something that I always took as like, that's how you build thing, and you have your moments, whether it's a floor work move, a little arm combo or something, and you play with it.
But it's normal. You know, who can create in live a new move?
Every time.
You understand? Nobody can come and say, okay, now I will create new move in front of everybody and it will be good.
True.
It's impossible. You have to work it. You have to, you know, you have to thinking about it. And sometimes it's not about just thinking. It's you walk on the street and you have one idea, and you want to just try something. You know? But it's impossible to come in the scene, in the battle, and say, okay, today, look, I will do like 5-6 new moves. I don't know, you know, the move, but it will be like crazy and it will be a signature. You have one chance on, you know.
But I feel like with the now currently, there's a lot more people that don't even really have any signature, or maybe they do, but like a lot of people just do popping moves, and it's like that's their dance. They do popping moves, they do boogaloo stuff or whatever their vocab is, and they just use that to freestyle, but they don't have. That's what I think is the difference from maybe you guys' generation. It's like you had your things that were like, that's a Djidawi move. Even the type of move. Like if it was like we do, like I don't know, maybe we're gonna freestyle on somebody in a session in London or whatever, and somebody's gonna do something with like a wave where the wave stops and moves. It doesn't have to be the same way you did it, but it could stop at the shoulder, move there. It's like it looks too much like Djidawi. Okay, that's something else.
But it was the same for us. Every time you can ask Tunyako, he's there. When we move together, for example, we travel together and we practice. Every time if I thinking about new move, I show him and I show to Pepe. And if they say just finish, you know, I work again. You know? But for me, it's not about, you know, again, it's really a b-boying mentality. If you know the hip hop dance, like the b-boying dance, if you know it, like how they thinking, how they work, it's easy after. It's more easy. Because, like you say, today, there are good dancers, you know, but there are a lot of dancers that if you just ask, okay, show me one of your move. If you say, okay, I can dance, they dance, but you don't really see something, you know.
Yeah.
But it's just about how you thinking about dance. It's just about that.
Yeah.
And before we have less information than today. So when we have one information, we work it a lot. And when we start to be like lazy, you know. Comment on dit quand on s'ennuie, c'est ça? Lazy. When we start to be, yeah, voilà. We start to create new things with that because we don't have like choice.
Yeah.
But now there are a lot of information. You can work every style. You have like a tutorial. You know, you have workshop everywhere. You have online workshop. You can take private class. You know, a lot of information. But you know, sometimes you have to stop it just to say, okay, I wanna stop to learn, just to work
to play
what I have and to create something.
Yeah, that's Canon said the same thing. Like he said, sometimes it's good to not have too much information because you're just relying on that. And
in summer,
and also you're not doing, which I really agree with. This is what Canon said, but like you have to. There's a step after that. You have the information, but then you have to take the information and put your personality, your way of moving in it. And I think some people miss that middle part. They just take the information and do it, and they say.
After it's, you know, you can work in different way. Because for me, you have to take the basics to work the basic, but a lot. And then after, when you start to be like, you're feeling good.
Yeah.
Then you can say, okay, now what I can do with that? Because I know the basic, maybe I can go somewhere that nobody go before me. But yeah, you know, for me, it's the main thing. And if we spoke about art, because now, you know, with the Olympic game and everything, sometimes you say sport, but it's more for b-boying. But for me, in hip-hop dance, in popping dance, locking dance, it's the same mentality about the sport and the art. Because if it's more art, we have more people that they have move.
Yeah.
Sport, it's about performance, you know. We do the same thing, but just who do it the better, you know. So if we keep this mentality about the art thing, it's easy. You know, it's easy to find things, and you know, it's really easy. If you take people that depend, if you look at the writers, if you look at the, I don't know, people that they do music, nobody is good in everything. Nobody.
They're like specialists in their style, and
you need 5 or 6 lives to do everything.
True.
So if you want to be just one specialist of one technique,
go
10, 15 years minimum.
Yeah.
Really. So it's a choice after, because you know now they are like compete. So sometimes you wanna go. You know that maybe if you are too specialist in one thing, you will lose. So maybe your vision of the dance will change about that. You know, there are a lot of elements that they can change your mentality, I think, today. Before it was not like that, because you know, you go on the scene, we do some show, that's it. And then after we dance, we exchange in Cyphers, but not too much element.
Yeah, like now there's dancers that their whole thing is just to win battles, and
I don't want to say that everybody thinks like that.
No.
But I think there are a big part of the people that they think like that.
And the best way to win is to have a little bit of everything, and instead of being like a specialist in one thing.
Who is the real winner?
Yeah.
This is the main question.
Yeah. You know? I think it's you that said that to me, actually. I want to say at Eurobattle a long time ago, but you were talking about like winning against like being remembered. And actually now I tell people that from that you told me that. But it's like that you were saying, it's like, okay, you know, maybe I'm gonna be in the semi-finals or whatever, or even you were talking about watching a battle and you were like, I'm gonna forget the winner, but I'm gonna remember the person in the quarterfinals, and that's gonna mean you get judged, you get you get judging jobs, you get hired to be a guest. It's like it's more easier to be successful if you're remembered instead of just winning. Yeah,
sure, but I don't want to take my example like for the big example, but I am the proof.
Yeah.
Look, it's 10 years that I stopped dancing, like I'm active, but I'm here today. And I will judge. Sometimes every time I'm surprised when people ask me. But you know, I think I don't win a lot of battles. Maybe 5 or 6.
Really?
Yeah.
Like big ones.
Yeah. And maybe I did 15 or 20 battles maximum.
Oh really?
Maximum. I can't count now. You know.
Wow.
Sure. Because Juste Debout 2004, Juste Debout 2006, IBE 2004. One battle in Paris 2005, I don't remember the name, Ashipa Ashope, I think. Battle Royale, I don't remember the name, but in 2007 in Paris. 8 Euro Battle. 9 Euro Battle, Juste Debout and 1 battle in Sweden, so 10. After there are 11 and 2010 Euro battle again. After I don't remember, maybe 1 or 2 battles, like I Love This Dance.
Yeah.
Cercle Underground.
Yeah. These are 2 big ones.
1 or 2 in North,
yeah,
just to practice. So maybe 16, 17.
That's crazy. Because it's like, I know dances that I've done hundreds.
Yeah, really, it's crazy.
Yeah.
I did the most is the judge demo.
Yeah, true.
Really.
Wow.
I got more judge demo than battle.
So you would say like your
And in all of this event, I just say the number of the event, of the battle.
Yeah.
But I don't say which one I win.
True. So how many do you think, how many which of those did you win? I know Euro battle because I was there.
3 Euro battle.
Yeah.
I Love This Dance, no winner.
Oh yeah, true.
Just Debout never won. You keep it by chance, we forget, in 2009. I don't win. I lose in semi-final. I did 5 against 5 in IB with Bruce, Salah, and everybody.
Yeah, that was good.
No winner.
That was the Legion X.
Right, the year after.
Yeah. Okay.
2 years after, I think.
But these are like exhibitions.
No winner.
Yeah.
Exhibition. In Sweden, I lose. One time I lose, and I win second time. So maybe like less than 10 battles.
That's crazy. And for you...
But in Cypher, I never lose. Yeah, in Cypher, I never lose.
Okay. But is there someone out there that would disagree? Do you think there's someone that thinks they won against you?
In Cypher?
Yeah.
No.
Really?
No, sure.
I like that.
No, sure.
But so do you think your secret is like... Okay, you said you didn't do that many battles already and you didn't win that many of them, but you lived a long time of like dance as a career. But it's just because your impact did it.
Think.
And just being remembered from that.
Yeah, I think it's just about that, Maybe because I took a direction that, not like it was new, because I think I'm in the direction of Bruce, maybe. Salah too, maybe a kind of mix of them. Maybe you can see it, you can't see it, but
mentality?
Yeah, mentality, because we have the same, same direction about, same vision of dance.
Okay.
Like Salah, for example, when I start, he did a lot of animation, and I did a lot of animation too. So it was a big inspiration. So if I have to say that maybe it's this vision or direction of dancer, it's more like Bruce, Salah, before Wiggles, for example, because he did a lot of moves, a lot of signature move. And when I watched the VHS, I was like, fuck, this guy is too creative, So, he pushed me to do the same.
Okay.
So more like this,
Okay, interesting. I never thought of that, like Salah and Bruce being like a...
Yeah, sure. Like Bruce, for example, if you look at Bruce, he mixed a lot of popping with the groove of the hip hop. He do a lot of waving. He did a lot of line, but nobody saw it, But he did a lot of line. So in the same direction, but we don't do it in the same way. I don't know how to explain, the good word, but
I know what you mean.
We was in the same category of dancer, but in different way inside this,
Okay.
Like all of the popper like this, some category of people, and in this category a little category,
style. Yeah.
So, but I feel more
close with them.
Close to Bruce than Poppin' Pete, for example.
Okay. Oh yeah. In that way, I can see it. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. So then, I love that thing of what you're saying about how many battles you won versus how successful you became, because I really, I find a lot of people, especially people that I'm trying to like give advice to, but even just like my friends or whoever, that they kind of lose themselves in the battle thing of like, okay, if I win this battle, it means I'm going to be successful. And if I lose, it means like, it was a waste of a day. You know what I mean? And it's like...
But it's a little bit true today. True. Before it was a little bit different.
Yeah.
Because, for example, Juste Debout 2006, nobody saw the footage before 2007.
Yeah, true.
No, before we have to wait 1 year to saw the footage.
Yeah.
Even Nyako was in the final in 2006, you know. And
yeah, is that with P-Fly? That one, yeah.
And I remember in 2007, we spoke together at Juste Debout, and we say, yeah, we was happy because we have the footage.
They were giving it like at the...
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Because it was DVD.
Yeah.
And when you come to the next Juste Debout, you can find the DVD, you know, it was crazy. So I think we was more patient. C'est ça qu'on dit patient? Yeah, patient, you know, than today. Today, everything go fast. Look, just now, summer dance, then after random cycle, today JOAT.
Yeah.
Too much event.
But the thing I think that is still now, I mean, maybe you guys can tell me if it's not true what I'm saying, but I've never been in a room with an organizer or anything like that you're gonna like to hire a judge or a guest. You know, when you're talking, who should we have as guest? Yeah. I never heard anybody say, but how many things has he won?
No, nobody.
It's like, show me his dance.
Nobody.
Like, yeah, he's dope. Maybe social media numbers now is a thing.
No, nobody. But
nobody said, we have two choices. Which one won more? Nobody cares.
No, you're right. It's not about that. Sometimes, for sure, you remember some people more fastly than other because maybe they won the last battle, you know.
And like MT Pop, for example, we know his name because he's killing everybody.
Yeah.
Like that's like one thing. Okay, yeah, you win. We're gonna remember you for sure.
Sure.
Yeah.
But maybe in 3 or 4 months, we don't thinking about the last event. You know? For sure, it's normal. So it's for that you have to. I said you have to because this one is really important. But comment on dit la gestion de carrière? You know your career. You have to manage. People don't think about that. But I think I was like a professional of that.
Of which?
To manage my career, to don't do a lot of things and to be
effective.
To be in the place where I have to be.
Okay, interesting. How come, because you were business minded or?
Business, that's it. Because for me, battle, it was just it was like a showroom for me. I come, I show myself who wanna bring me now.
Yeah.
And that's it. It's for that I don't care to win, because for me, my victory it's when everybody asks me to come and to judge and to give workshop and everything. This is my big victory, you know. It's because and after, if we spoke about money, it's better than the money price.
Yeah, for sure.
So it's for that for me, you have to manage your career, and even for example, MT Pop. Right now is the big name, you know, that he won a lot of things. Everybody spoke about him, and he come with not a new thing. I will not say new thing, but new energy. Because for me, dance like people in around the 90s and 2000. You know, it's crazy, you know.
Yeah.
But,
it reminds me a little bit like not the style, kind of, but it reminds me a little bit of like you and Salah.
I think it's about the energy. After like I said with Bruce, I think we are in the same category, but different way again. But yeah, for example, at MT, now you have to manage his career, you know, to change the statue.
If you're him, what do you do now? Because do you feel like MT, I'm feeling like it a little bit, but tell me, do you feel like MT has kind of proven like he's the best right now? Sure. Or he needs to do a few more?
Oh.
No, he proved it.
Who is better? That's it.
I have one name.
Tell me.
Who's close is Green.
Totally different.
Totally. For me, the thing is like we need to see 8 rounds.
Yeah, but
we need to see 8 rounds. These two, the world will be on fire.
Yeah, but it's totally different.
Yeah, of course.
Sure.
But if we're talking competition, this is my only thing. If we're talking competition-wise, the only person that's like competition that's won as much. I mean, MT Pop is like less time in the scene maybe. But it's like Green and MT are the two names that won that many things. So it's hard to...
For me, it's totally different, not about the level. I never said that, you know, because for me, Green is the top level, you know, in the world for sure, and one of the best right now. But I think that, how I can say it, when you have guys that they come with a new energy, even if you are good, the new energy will take it.
I hear you, yeah.
You understand?
It's like, something fresh that people are feeling.
Fresh.
Yeah.
That's it, the name. When it's fresh, even if you are too good, when you saw it, it's different, you know? So it's not about like he's better or not better. No, it's because it's fresh. And when it's fresh, it's really difficult, you know, to be better than that.
Yeah.
Even if the guy is really good.
Yeah,
you know?
sure.
So it's for that for me, MT, it's like the new era of popping. And green is not a new name.
No,
when I say it's totally different, it's because for me, I don't compare green and empty because it's a new era.
Yeah.
Green for me it's just after my generation, I think. Between empty and
he's
mine.
Maybe like the baby of your generation, like the end.
We are like close, I think, but it's different. But in his generation, I think he's the best for sure. Green for sure.
Yeah.
I don't see one guy better. I don't think.
Yeah.
But it's for that. For me, it's different. Not about the level.
It's a different. Like MT is like really this new generation.
It's new generation and new thing. Because he's too creative.
Yeah.
He's like limited.
Yeah.
So
okay, so if we accepting like MT's done a lot to prove he's like.
Even if he's not the best, we don't care.
Yeah, because he has this thing where it's like, any battle he's in, I want to see what he's going to do. I want to check the videos. I want to watch it. Like, there's some dancers that I know they're good, but I'm like...
Because you can be surprised.
Yeah.
And it's for that I said you have to manage now. Because if you lose that, it's finished.
So, okay, so what would you do if you're him? You just hit his... Because he's quite young, right? He's like 29, 30?
28, I think.
28, okay. So, okay.
Not so young now.
Yeah, true. He just hit that moment. Like, what's the career choice?
For me, it's now. Now it starts to do like transition between I'm a new guy and I'm the guy. And then I will be like not OG, but when we spoke about popping, every time my name comes in the discussion, And because now it's really difficult to, when you are good in battle, I say that because I had the discussion before with some organizer.
Yeah.
Because during maybe 2 or 3 years, 2009, 10, 11, a lot of organizers asked me to come like a guest. And I say every time no.
Oh, okay. How come?
Because they know that if I dance, it can be maybe one moment good,
Yeah.
Because, the attitude and everything, maybe not. Huh? But I was like, okay, I will do it 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, after no surprise. People will be,
They know what to expect.
Yeah, after they will say, okay, we know. So I prefer to do a step back and say, no, I can come, but I'm judged or not.
So when you feel like it's different when you're a judge because you're not expected to create like a battle moment. You can just do a judge demo.
And the statue is different, for sure. You understand when I say statue? Status? Comment on dit?
The status,
It's totally different.
So,
it's totally different.
So when you're invited more as a judge, people see you as the higher status of the judge.
Yeah, but and more than that, it's you have the capacity to look at us and tell us who is the best.
Yeah.
And for that, you have to have some level.
Yeah.
I write a book, just a few weeks ago, and inside, it's for another thing, But inside, I put some evaluation. Comment dire une grille?
Criteria?
Yeah, just to evaluate, to note and evaluate people, with different level.
Yeah.
If I give the book to some people, there are some people they can't evaluate. So I just say inside, if you are like this and like this, like this, just take it and read and learn.
Okay.
If you are like this, like this, like this, do it, learn, and do more.
Yeah.
If you're like this, like this, like this, you can evaluate. So it's different level.
Okay. So that's what you think MT should be transitioning to, is like stepping back a little bit.
Yeah, and teach a lot.
Teach a lot.
Teach a lot for sure.
Okay.
Teach because people want to learn from him.
Yeah, I want to learn from him.
Because he teaches a lot right now. But more teaching, more judging. And when you want to do a battle, choose a good battle that you feel that you have to be there. Because it's the moment and the place to be, and then he go and he makes something crazy and he stop.
That's why I think summer dance was a good.
What do you like to eat?
What do we like to eat?
Yeah, in general. What is your best dish?
Maybe Korean.
Korean.
Food.
If you eat Korean every day, you will be you will like it again.
Yeah, no.
Same thing.
True.
Bro,
Okay.
It's art. When you go to the kitchen, it's art, bro. You choose, you do, it's the same thing.
True.
So if you eat every time the same thing, bro, after you don't want to eat, that's it. It's just normal. It's human thing.
Yeah, that's true. And I think even for them, like, I remember a period with Salah. I don't remember when, but remember thinking like, shit, it must be hard for him because he's doing, every week there was another video on YouTube. He's doing a battle, a judging at this. And I was like, he has to keep coming up with moves. And not only that, like you said, when we go to the next battle, I saw the last 7 battles. So I know all the stuff. Exactly. And if he wants to surprise me, he has to create new stuff every time.
Sure. You know, when I judged before, I asked the organizer to wait a lot of time before to put the judge demo on YouTube.
Oh, really?
Sometimes I ask them to wait like 2-3 months because I want to go to other event. And when the video come and I go to the other event, they say, what the fuck is that? You know, you don't dance like in the same way than what we saw last week. Yeah, because it was 3-4 months before. I practiced between that.
Interesting.
So it's for that I said to you, you have to manage that everything. You know, your communication. Right now it's crazy because I talked to you about me, but it was easy. It was Facebook, YouTube. Yeah. You know, nobody was like this and post it directly on story or something like that.
Yeah.
So it's totally different.
That's what makes MT crazy. It's like he's still surprising, and it's like there's so many clips of him online already.
That's why he's really good, you know. But for me, I have to manage now because he can do it right now.
Yeah.
A lot of people say, okay, he's really good, so he don't have to prove again. If you wanna do some battle for himself,
sure,
why not? You can, you know. But if you wanna think about long time career,
that's interesting.
Sure, all of the OG, who judge battle, which battle they did before.
Yeah, true. Yeah, but they have the longer career.
And we don't speak. I don't speak about people that there was at the beginning, OG, you know, who come after. You know, they don't do a lot of battle, but just they improve with their dance because they show the dance in the best moment, best time, you know, and that's it.
Yeah.
As to Nyako is here, you know. He did the final of Juste Debout 2005 and 6. I think it was enough to work maybe during 5 or 6 years. True or not?
Yeah.
Really, it was crazy. And even when we judge together.
Yeah.
Sometimes even the host, you know, for example, when he present me on the stage, he say winner of Juste Debout 2006.
Oh yeah, really?
And I was we lose. You know, we lost, bro. You know, but sometimes it was like okay, because at this moment it was good for him. Okay, you win. Anything that.
You won his heart.
Yeah. Oh, bro, thanks a lot.
That was it.
Yeah.
But you know, it's for that. For me, it's just about that. It's art.
Yeah.
If we think about sport, go to all of the battle, do it. You know, do what you want. And even if you want to live your life with dance, you will never earn enough money if you do battle.
Yeah, sure. It's like you have to have something else to.
Yeah, in battle, even if you won, I don't know how many battles you have to win in 1 month to be good, you know.
Unless it's big prize, like there's not that many battles that are that big. It's usually 200 something, you know. Yeah.
But it's not like, you know, it's not a professional life. In one event, everybody earn money except the dancer.
True.
DJ.
Yeah.
Get paid. Host. Organizer sometimes. Judge.
Yeah.
Dancer, one money prize.
Yeah.
For the winner.
And even if you think about, like I always say this as well, but like if you think about, okay, if I win, let's say I win 300 euros, 300 pounds to win a battle, but I was there from 11 a.m. so I worked 12 hours.
Same thing.
For like if you was a judge and you said, okay, you're going to work 12 hours with 1 break and I'm going to give you 300 euros, you'd say, fuck off. You know, it's like.
It's the same thing.
Yeah.
You know?
And also, you might not get paid.
And maybe you are not guest. So you come, you know?
Yeah, from the beginning.
Yeah. You take your car, the train.
True.
Fuck, you know? So now, I never understand. It's not like I never understand, but people have to be more curious and understand what is really a dance life. You know, when you want to work in dance, there are a lot of ways to earn money.
Yeah.
But I think that in battle is the worst one for the people who dance.
Yeah, but I like your way of thinking of, it's like the showroom, it's like the advertising, the marketing. Sure. You go there, you show okay, this is what I can do. Who wants to hire me? Even for theater, for other things.
Yeah, sure. And it's for that really I spoke about art because it's really important for me.
Yeah.
Because when you do art, you do what you want, what you do. Nobody can say, no, it's not popping, it's not this, you know?
Yeah.
You know, it's crazy it's about politics.
Yeah.
You know? And even now, there are the exposition,
yeah.
you know? It's the same thing. You dance, you go to the bar, you expose yourself, and that's it. You like, okay, you don't like, okay.
Yeah.
I never start to dance for you.
Yeah, I think there's a lot more people now that I think dance to fit in instead of to stand out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but after, look, in every generation there are a lot of people, a lot of dancers.
True.
And maybe a lot of people will not like what I will say, but it's like this. There are not a lot of people that they can be really good. Even if you want. I practice with a lot of people. Same number of hours of practice. We don't have the same journey. Mm-hmm. And that's it.
Yeah.
That's it. And normally it's easy to understand because even when you go to school with someone, you have the same diploma.
Resources or that, yeah.
You don't have the same job. Sometimes it's more difficult for some people, but you know, you have everything. Just to the people ask you, do you have this? Yes, I have it. Normally it's easy, you know. But in dance, you have nothing.
Yeah.
It's you and your story.
Yeah.
But it's like this, you know. 2004, when with Pepito we did Juste Debout 2004. Maybe it was like 100 in pre-selection. You know, 80 duo or 100. Where they are now?
Yeah.
I don't know. No, but really, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't remember some people. And it's the same today. When you go to some event now, 400 dancers. But in 10 years, on the 400 dancers, maybe 1 or 2 maximum will be there.
That's true.
It's about elite. You know, it's just about elite dancer. Every time it's like this, you know, it's elite dancer. If you take the OGs, you will speak about maybe 10 or 15 people. And every generation is like this.
So what is that thing that makes the elite dancer? Like, why are those people still around, and just because they stayed, or?
No. It's about what you will do. And sometimes it's not like the good timing. For example, look at les Twins. In 2007, 8, a lot of people. Ouais, mais tu vois, ils sont arrivés en 2007 à peu près. Et 8, c'est juste debout pour tout le monde, tu vois. Mais 2007, 8, a lot of people say, yeah, it's it's fucked up, it's not good, it's not hip hop and everything. Look now, they are there.
Yeah.
So you can do what you want. If your dance is like a solid thing with a personality and everything, you can do something, but it's not sure. Because sometimes it's about timing. And it's for that I spoke about Les Twins, because it was not the good timing. And
it's
before,
like
everybody say, this guy have to be in US. Everybody say that before. Because in France, we are like conservative.
Yeah.
You know, we like that. Because when you go to US, you do popping, people say, what you do, bro? It's it's a dance from before. Nobody dance like this.
Yeah,
but in France, we are happy to dance popping or everything. So it's about timing sometimes. At this moment, people don't really like because it's not your time. But continue, and one day you do the same thing,
and it just works.
Look, Diablo.
Who? Diablo. Yeah. True. That's true. I remember when before it wasn't as
maybe the first time I saw him, it was 2004.
Yeah.
2004 and 5, and people think that he is a new guy.
Yeah. I remember it was with what's that guy's name? Speedy Legs. They did just
from Criminals.
Yeah. There was like these two used to be the partner.
He have this way. It's for that I spoke about Diablo, because in 2005-6 I saw him and he have his way, the same way. Just continue, he just continue to practice and to say like this.
Yeah.
So it's about timing sometimes, and sometimes no timing.
Yeah, it just
doesn't. Never, nobody will say that it's really good, and that's it, because it's art.
Yeah. True.
It's like this. You can't be sure about what people will like.
Yeah.
You can't. The only thing that you can know, it's if you like it or not. And this is the most important.
Yeah.
If
and I
like
think that's sometimes can be the problem, is like people don't know what they want to say or what they like. You know, they're just doing like they're asking the teachers, oh, what should I do? And it's like, you have to start. I think you have to start with what do you want to say, or like what do you not like about the dance or whatever? What can you bring? And then when you bring and stay in that, it's like, okay, you have some identity there that you can build on.
Yeah, but even like that,
it still can't. It still cannot work.
You have some people, you go on the street, you know, you sit and they draw your face.
Yeah.
They will never have a big exposition and big name like with, you know.
Yeah.
With, you know, some you know, you will not buy 1 million for this. You know?
Yeah, true.
That's it. But he like it.
Yeah.
This is the most important. But the competition in dance is a little bit bad for that, because people want to win, but sometimes you can work a lot, but you will never win. It's like that. And
then I think also then when you value yourself less because of that.
It's... But the reality is that, you know, one winner, 400 people.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if you look 10 battles, in 10 battles you look at the semi-final, and every time it's the same, it's the name, the same name, like 10 same names. That's it. Continue, no problem.
Yeah.
But nobody guarantee you that you will be like really famous and everything.
Yeah.
You know, because we don't control that. I never knew before that some people will like what I did.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just did for me. And then after you heard some people, hey, it's good. Okay, it's you know, it's like good indice, good
feedback.
Yeah, good feedback, but not really feedback.
Like good.
A good sign.
Yeah. Good sign, perfect. Thank you very much. But it's a good sign. You know, to be confident in your direction.
Yeah, like if you're getting the results kind of, or the people like it.
And the sign, it's easier. It's you have to watch who say that every time. And me, I remember, I have a lot of memory like this. You know, this is my biggest trophy. Like in 2004, I think, or three or four. No, it was 4. I don't remember. I was in the battle in Paris. No, it was 4 or 5 this year. I did Ashipa Chopé in Paris. It was 1 battle, 2 against 3. Okay. Maybe you saw the video, because at this time it was Bruce, Carl, and Stiga against Iron Mike, Bishop, and Richard. I think the battle was crazy.
No, I haven't seen it. I'm gonna check it.
Crazy battle. And me, I was like this, you know, like wow, you know.
You were battling.
Yeah, but I lose in the quarterfinal.
Who were you with?
One guy who his name was Amir and Youssef.
Okay.
Not like famous guy, but like me, you know. Like just want to improve and show us. And you know, at this battle, we lose, and I stay, you know, with the people. I look at the battle, and after I go to the north of France, you know, like in every battle at the end. So I take my bag. I was with my friends, but nobody knows us, you know. And when I go outside, Bruce come to see me and say, "Hey, good. It was really good. Just continue like this. Keep this." And I go like this. I was like crazy because.
But you didn't know him really at this time.
I know him like just about his name.
To watch, yeah.
That's it. But it was crazy that he come to see me and to say that.
Yeah.
So I was in the car because we have like 3 hours of driving.
Right, yeah.
And I just thinking about that okay, it's good. Now work, you know.
Yeah.
So it's about this side, not your friends that they are scared to say you the truth.
Yeah. But also the thing for me that, especially now I'm a bit older as well, that it makes me think from your story is like also how important it is if somebody makes an impression to say that to them. Because it's like, especially now, like, I mean, you guys are a generation above me. You've seen a million dancers. I've seen a lot of dancers. It's easy to see someone with potential, and it's like normal. Like, you know, we're going to go out in the Cypher today. We're going to see so many people with potential. But, you know, like that one moment to just say like, hey, it's looking good. It's like, you were thinking about it I bet Bruce didn't know, like, he probably doesn't remember saying it to you, you know, but for you it was like, okay, this is a good sign.
But you know, I say that because I don't think that they say the people like this, and they say a lot of time this.
Yeah.
So that I say that it's a big sign.
Yeah, French people, you mean?
Really around the world.
Yeah.
Really,
Yeah.
because when you are really good, you are too exigeant.
Picky. Yeah, true.
You know. So,
yeah, it's not a lot of people that you see that in when you're at a higher level.
Really, I say to Empty Poppy is good. I don't remember the last time I said that to one guy.
Bro, I don't remember the last time I saw you put someone on your story saying like he's the best.
I never do it. Even people from my city.
Yeah, yeah.
Even my friends, like my brother. Because I never lie. If it's not too good, I don't care. But it's my, you know, maybe it's not really good to do it like this, you know, but it's my personality,
sure.
you know, but I never lie to nobody.
Yeah.
If it's really good, I will tell you, but I will never come to see you and say, hey, it's nice if it's not like really good.
Yeah. I think that's better actually, and it's like, you have to earn it. Yeah.
But that's hip hop dance.
True.
You never go to someone and say, yeah, I want to come in your crew. You dance first.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
So after all, I know my vision is, you know, sometimes it's like strange for some people, but it's like that, you know.
No, I agree.
And it's worked like that, so it's okay for me.
Yeah. And did you, because I get, like you didn't like retire, but you kind of stepped away from dance.
Yeah, but more like retire than, you know.
Okay, so you kind of did retire.
Yeah, because I don't practice anymore. I don't dance, you know.
But was it something like did you get sick of the dance scene, or what was the like
No, it was about life first, because when you travel a lot, you are not at home, for sure. And I want just a simple life, you know, just to come back to my home every day, see my wife, my kids, you know.
Chilling.
Just one simple life, you know, because it's for that I say to you that we have the best generation, because when we start, we can't imagine the future in hip hop dance.
Yeah.
So everything was more natural, you know, and it was every time, how I can say it in English, like a plus.
Yeah.
You know, every time a plus. Oh, we can do this. No, crazy. We can do this. No, crazy. We can. You know. So, but when you start now, I think that you have everything.
Like you didn't start dancing thinking, I want to judge the Just Debout World Tour. You just got it.
When
but like,
I start, Just Debout never don't exist.
But like, there's some kids now that it's like, they're like, I want to do the shows like the Twins did. I want to judge Just Debout like Djidawi. I want to win like this person.
It's normal, you know, because they start like this, you know. So it's for that when I start, I don't think about that, about to dance all of my life.
Okay.
So it was easy for me to stop.
Because that was always the plan, like to just live a normal life.
So when I meet my wife, I told her, you know, like, it was 2011, I think, 11 or 12. And I say, in 2-3 years maximum, I finish, you know.
Okay.
So about that, about my religion too, because I don't feel like comfortable. Too much thing that don't connect, you know.
To with religion.
Yeah.
Like with the dance life. Yeah. I understand.
So this is a big part, the life, and I did really what I want to do.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, really.
You like achieved
I
the
have
things.
no regret.
Wow, that's good.
Like really no regret. So that for me, even now, today, it's like a big plus for me. You know, I'm here. I never understand, you know. For me, there are a lot of people on the market, you know.
Yeah.
They ask me, it's okay. I come, I see some friends and everything, you know. But the more pressure I have is for the judge demo.
Oh yeah.
You know? Because I have to dance a little bit before just to remember. You know?
Yeah.
Okay, I can do that. I can turn. Okay, my head can come here. You know. I just have to remember my body. You know, I can dance. Okay, but yeah, you know, it was not like too hard to stop because it was not the plan to continue.
That's a good
and I reached all of my goals really. Because before I really want to dance on some scene, not to win some battle. Like UK B-Boy Champs.
Yeah.
I was into UK B-Boy Champs 2006 in the crowd, you know, with my crew, 59 crew. And when we go outside to eat, some guy of my crew say, okay, it was good. We can come back next year because we are not so far, you know. And I say, no, if I come back here, it's just to be guest and to dance on the second scene, the big one. and it was not a good vision because I just want to go on the scene. So when I was guest in 2009, I did the 2 first battle, it was okay, and then the day after I come on the scene and it was like, it's like I imagined that since 5 years. You know, I was like 3 years, like, okay, I'm in now, and it's finished for me. It was this my victory, and I think it's for that I lose.
Oh, because you were too happy already,
It was good.
Okay.
It was enough for me.
So when you got some like success, it was more like to put some ticks, like, okay, I want to dance there, I want to dance there.
For me, it was that.
Yeah. So it wasn't like you didn't develop like, oh, I need to win everything.
No.
It wasn't like a money thing.
It was not. It's just my vision. You know, I don't want to say that. You know,
it can be different for
it's just mine, but I really want to dance in some scene because I grew up with some video. Like UK
when you say
champs.
scene, you mean like the stage?
Yeah, the stage. Sorry. The stage, like IBE.
Yeah.
For example, IBE. When I go to IBE in 2004, I say I have to dance. You know, like the b-boy because I come from b-boy crew. Like the Battle of the Year, I did the Battle of the Year, France. You know.
Yeah.
Because I saw it since I was a child.
Right. So you just wanted. I want to be there because I watched it so much. Yeah. Okay, but you didn't, because I guess that always continues now. Like, would you look at any battles now and be like, like, did you ever look at Summer Dance and be like,
because it's
I want
not
to be
the
there?
same. No, before it was more magic.
Okay.
Like I said to you, now you can see it on video, but not just one.
Yeah.
You know, you can go on, I don't know, 50 Instagram account, and everybody was there.
Yeah.
It was not like just one, and everybody watched the same thing, and we just want to go there. You know?
Yeah.
So it's different, and now it's more easy to travel.
True.
It's more easy to travel for sure.
Yeah.
In 2000, for example, I never thinking about okay, I want to take a flight to go there and there. For me, to take a flight, it was crazy. I take a train. Yeah, it was okay to take the train. You know.
I mean, even for us in London, like Eurostar.
Yeah.
2 hours away in Paris.
At this time, it's more like with the boat that we go to England from.
Oh, really?
City. Yeah. Because me, I'm on the coast.
Yeah.
So it's easy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think now it's easy to travel because there are a lot of people that they travel. So you can ask, okay, you go, I can come with you. Okay, we can take something together. So it's easy. It's not the same for me because I'm not in the generation now. I think some people, the dancer from now, I think they feel it more magical than me, for sure.
Yeah, and also it's different when you traveled the world and been at so many battles. It's like, you know, you like you said, you did a lot that you wanted to do.
And even the memory is different because now you can film with your phone, everything. So if you are not there, it's like you are there. You can see a live, for example.
Yeah.
A lot of battles, they do a live.
A live.
It's not the same thing,
no,
but you was there.
Yeah.
You saw it.
I think like that's one thing I noticed. And again, I don't know if it's my age is the problem, but like I feel like when we were younger, there was like certain battles, not even like the whole competition, just one round or something that was like we would go back and watch the videos you know, a lot of times, and it's like even from you guys or like Bruce, or there's ones that I remember of like I would watch of you guys. And it was like that was the special moment. It's like you and Slim Boogie at UK B-Boy Champs. It's like that battle was something that we would go and watch. And now I feel like maybe it's the age, maybe the younger generation have that. But I feel like there's not. There's clips. There's like maybe a round that goes viral, but there's not a battle that like everybody goes back to watch on YouTube. I don't know, maybe.
The crazy thing right now, it's when you share a video, it's just you.
It's just you, yeah.
Even in one battle, you don't share the round of the guy.
Yeah.
So it's not a battle.
It's just your showcase.
It's just you. So do a freestyle is the same thing.
But I think that's some battles, it's becoming like that. It's like you do a showcase, I do a showcase. Yeah, sure. One of us won, but it's not like the...
But it's for that I say it's not a battle.
Yeah. Like the round that I guess what you guys did with the tissue with Salah. Yeah, it's like that round doesn't make any sense if you only post that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Because that is like, why do I have tissues for?
You know, really. It just can be like a good teasing, maybe, you know? But that's it.
But you have to see the whole, you have to, not even, because did he do the tissue in that battle? Or was it, oh, okay. Yeah. But it's like, you have to understand that that's something he did in all the battles before. So when you did it, it was like, oh, we thought of it, like.
And there are like a story too, you know, about, or around that. But just about that, after I understand because now people want short thing,
Yeah.
Because everything go fast.
Quick, yeah.
But for me, it's really strange to look at one round just of one guy during one battle. It's really strange.
That's true.
Because I don't understand really why you dance like this if I don't know how the guy dance.
Yeah, right.
Strange,
Or I shouldn't understand. Like if I can understand, it's like that's a bad thing. It's like I should need the other thing for context.
For that,
Yeah.
I don't feel really good when I see just one round. I like it. Huh? I can say it's a good one.
It's a good round,
but I never remember that it was a battle.
Yeah.
I just remember about, okay, he danced good.
Yeah.
And that's it. So, I don't know, I feel like it's strange. And this is about Instagram because before Instagram, it was YouTube.
But YouTube was the full.
Every time was full.
Yeah, it's
and
interesting.
the society too, because now everything is quick, so it's normal.
And I mean, there's like you said, it's like it's not better. It was just different. Like there's different things that are positive now. Like for me, obviously, like my job is filming and stuff like that. So I love the fact that it's like we would have good. Before, we would have good footage from UK B-Boy Champs or like these big battles. But the little battles, it's like there's no, they can't afford it. Yeah. Now, because everything's cheaper, it's like you have some really tiny battle, but they have 4K quality. For me, I love it.
It's good. For sure, it's good because we can discover a lot of people like this now.
Yeah, and they don't have to leave there.
But to talk about MT, I met him here in Montreal.
Oh.
In 2019.
When he did JOAT?
He was guest.
Yeah.
Not JOAT, it was for Chaos.
Okay.
Chaos battle. And I saw him the first time maybe 2016. 16, I think. 16, 17 maximum. I wait till this day here to say in my mind it's good.
Till now?
Yeah, because I have to see in my eyes, in Cypher.
So you're like, I saw the videos, but let me wait till I see.
I said, the guy is good. But when I was here, I said, now I will see it. Now I want to see him in Cypher, not dance against him because, now, I don't have like cardio and everything, but I dance with him.
Yeah.
It was the big error, I never have to do this, but I do it like 5 rounds, I was,
in the Cypher?
Yeah, in Cypher, but fucked up.
But for you, it was like, I have to dance with him?
No.
Oh.
It was my wife. She said, yeah, the guy, he looks like, you want to dance with him, with you. I say, no, don't look at him. But she don't know about dance,
Yeah.
And because she come with me, we go to New York and Montreal.
Yeah.
And MT was there, so I judged the battle. And then after it was like a jam. And I spoke to my wife. I just stayed with them. I said, yeah, we stay a little bit. Then after we go to the hotel, and that's it. And we spoke, and she said to me, "Oh, but the guy, he look at you. It looks like he wanna dance with you." I say, "Which guy? I don't have to look because it was there.
Yeah.
Which guy?" I say, "I think it's the Vietnamese guy. That you met this afternoon." Yeah, don't look at him. Don't look at him. You don't understand. And she said,
but
no,
because you didn't want to dance.
And she, no, I don't want to dance, bro. I don't practice. Me, if I dance, I have to dance like 100%.
Yeah.
I don't want to come and be frustrated.
Yeah.
And she said, no, really, I think he really wants to dance with you. And I turned my head like this. I said, yeah, I think too. Huh? Yeah. Are you good? Yeah. Okay, let's go.
Okay.
So I go and dance,
Yeah.
But I think about that till today.
Yeah.
I just want to practice for him.
Yeah.
Really. If I dance today, I just practice for him.
To beat him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just to not beat him, but to exchange in the highest level that I can, Just practice to say, okay, one day in Cypher, I want to, no regret, Like, I don't know, 8, 10 rounds, I don't know, but maximum and exchange in all of the technique.
That would be sick.
So,
come on, do it for us. We need it.
Oh. For me first, normally.
Yeah.
So it's not a good idea right now. But no, really, MT, I really like it, I like a lot of people, but I think right now,
yeah,
really fresh.
It makes me think of the the story from Eurobattle with you and Monster.
Yeah.
Because this, it's so funny. This is like the first time I met Monster was that time. Him and Scramble Lock, and I didn't know he was good.
Yeah.
Like I just met him. Like you walk in an event and hey, how are you, man?
Which year?
2010. Okay. When you guys had your call out.
Eurobattle. Yeah.
And it was like. We were, it was like me, a friend of mine, him, Scramble, like we're just hanging out, chatting. I didn't see him dance at all. And then we did the prelims. I didn't see his prelim.
Yeah.
And then they announced like, oh, the names I got through, and he got through. And we were like, because we're kids, like we thought he would, we're like, oh, you got through. Like, whoa, that's such a big, like I didn't know he was like really good. So we were just excited he got through. And then it was like, okay, first round Monster and Djidawi. We're like, you had a good, good job, And then you guys battled, and I was like, oh shit, who the fuck is this guy? Like, doing good. But what was can you tell the story from your side of like the thing with you and Monster?
It's a simple story.
Yeah.
Just, like you said, we did the battle, and it was just 1 round, if I remember. So I can understand, that it's like, you can be
not
frustrated.
Satisfying.
Yeah, not satisfied for that. And he come from Canada, Lille to Porto, it's easy. It's like 2 hours by flight. It's cheap, So after the battle, we finish, and then after, maybe 1 minute after, he come to see me and say, I wanna continue that,
Yeah.
I want to continue, but it don't tell me I want to dance against you. Just like it will be good one day that we continue like this, And I say tonight there are party, I will be there.
Yeah.
And he say okay, and that's it. Then after we go to the party, I was with my friends, I danced, and then after he called me out. It was good.
Yeah, this was a fucking good.
It was good.
Yeah, because I remember he like came with a couple of people, and it's like as soon as he came in, because we were like here, I think you guys were there, and we just see him like straight there, like okay, let's go.
But I think he didn't know that we was a lot like this.
The people.
Yeah, a lot of people like this.
Because you had the whole gang.
All of the club was us.
Yeah.
It was maybe 50.
Yeah.
Like 40, something like that.
But I remember that from a Eurobattle, because I remember you guys had like a whole section of the fucking thing. It was like all the little people.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
Like I remember like the right side. I remember like maybe like tu vois, il y avait au moins 5 rangées que des gens du Nord. Yeah, too much people.
Yeah.
But it was good. And for me, this is the best meeting with one dancer.
Yeah, because you guys became like good friends after.
Not directly.
Yeah.
But after.
Later.
Because after that, for sure, you're just thinking about
the battle.
About the battle, you don't want to speak too much about that. But after it was okay, and we danced together.
Yeah.
2 years after.
Like Circle Underground and this. Yeah. That was.
But after there are a lot of respect.
Yeah.
So and again, it's not about to say to the people I'm better than him or he's better than me. We don't care.
It's just the respect.
It's just about we did it, and now we know.
Yeah.
Now we know. I know you are like this. You know you are like I'm like this. That's it.
Yeah, for sure.
This is the most important for me. This is how you earn the respect of the people. Even the OG in France, a lot of OG. I spoke about sign.
Yeah.
About sign. I was a lot of time in club, Vignaco, Salas, Pepito, and when we travel together, and when we go to the club or to the party of the event, there are other judge, other people, and a lot of OG like Bruce, like Feist, like Yuxon, like Baba, rest in peace, like a lot of people. Joseph Go, for example, even David Colas, the b-boy. A lot of people ask me to exchange.
Yeah.
But like not one, dance and it's finished. No, like
let's go.
And we are not in the same style, but and it's kind of big sign that people respect you. You have to improve now because he asks you.
Yeah.
And then after it's okay. But I know that I build a big part of my name in this moment.
Okay.
Because after it's this OG that they say to their people, their younger of my generation, that no, this guy is really good.
So it's like you earn the respect from the inside out that way.
Sure. Because I don't do a lot of battles, so where it come from?
Yeah. But I think there's still some truth of that now. Like, maybe it's not so much like this now, but it is like, okay, are you exchanging with people? Are you, you know, like these type of things? Or like, I think there's a lot less call outs.
Yeah,
but it's like the Cypher and exchange.
Maybe there are some call outs, but it's not in the good way.
How do you mean? Like,
you know, when you come to call out a judge or something like that, and you don't know why you call out just because you don't like, you are not lose. Like satisfied with the decision. For me, it's not like a good call out, you know. The good call out is because you go because you like his dance. Or maybe you have a big problem with the guy, but in general it's about dance. But when you call out a judge, because I don't know, you do the pre-selection and you don't go to the battle, ask first.
That's a good point. Yeah. Maybe they have a good reason.
You never know how they judge because they are not here. They go in the backstage and they discuss and they choose. So you don't know what's happened. You don't know who say, no, I prefer this guy. Or maybe just two of the judge choose this guy and not you. You know, so sometimes it's strange. After when with the arms, okay, it's more direct. But no, I prefer to call out someone when he's ready.
Yeah. So
what is the victory if you call out a guy who is 6 or 7 hours? You know what I mean? When you go outside of the flight, you want to dance?
Yeah, that's true.
8 hours to come here, you really want to dance at the airport, for example?
Yeah. Would you accept that if somebody called you out?
Yeah, for sure. Because I never say no.
Okay. And really?
Yeah. I think maybe 2 or 3 times. 2 or 3 times.
Bruce said he would only say no if like you don't have the level to call him out. He's like,
yeah, I can understand.
But would you, even if it's like some beginner that's like, Djidawi, I want to go rounds?
It's a choice. It's just a choice, you know. Me, you know, even in the Juste Debout tour, I do it.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, sure.
What people called you out?
One guy from New York.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. In Sweden.
Because of the judging, you mean?
Because he was in quarterfinal, I think.
Yeah.
He lose. He was not happy.
Yeah.
At the end of the battle, he said to some people, I don't like how he judge and I want to dance against him. He's not good. Let's go, bro. I call him. I say, you say that? Yeah, come. And that's it. But he's not good.
And then after it was fine?
Every time the people who speak like that, they are not good. Really, bro. Really.
Yeah.
Because if they are good, they don't lose.
That's true.
It's just logic. There are no secret, bro. You lose, and you ask to dance against the judge.
But you couldn't beat the guy who.
Bro, start to win the battle. It's a good start, I think.
Yeah.
So I never understand. So it's for that I say to you, it's a choice because me, I'm sure. To win.
Yeah.
Who are you? You know, who are you?
Yeah.
Let's go. You just think because you saw us 2-3 times, you don't know how the people dance in Cypher. It's totally different.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people really, really good on stage and who are not really good in Cypher. And the contrary.
The
contrary too. The guy in Cypher, nobody want to dance against them, you know. But in Cypher, in the stage, you know.
Yeah.
So no, for me it's just it's not fair to call out someone like this and.
Yeah, all right.
And even if it's a real OG, you know.
Yeah.
Bro, no. They have the prime, you know. It's okay. You are not happy. Even you can ask before the battle how the people will judge, you know.
There's another way to
sometimes it's crazy, but I don't like to say that. But really, there are a lot of people that are stupid in the dance world. You know? Really, a lot of stupid dancers.
Yeah.
Really.
You don't need a degree to be in the battle scene.
No, but I don't know what we can do to change a lot of little things like this, you know, to grow up together. But really, sometimes I heard and I saw
some stupid shit. For me, I agree, but for me, it's like the beautiful thing about the scene is that everybody can come and
even the stupid people.
But that's the price we pay for the openness.
Yeah,
we got to let some.
But sometimes you have to say no.
Yeah,
really. And for that, look, UK B-Boy Champs, for example, when they start to open the pre-selection.
Oh, because before it was only invites?
Before it was just Guest. It for that they are like a prestige, you know, like.
Bro, I remember. I always talk about it, or like with my friends. I remember there was a time when we would like refresh the web page. They were announcing we're like they're uploading them now, and it was like it was like Salah, blah, and we were refreshing to see who is going to be the guest. Like there was a time when the guests of UK B-Boy Jams, it was like the stamp of like, oh, these are the best poppers of this year. It's like.
And it's for that I say to you, I'm okay with that. That it's open to everybody, no problem. But sometimes no. Sometimes just no, just to show to the people. It's like if I told you. I want to discover, I don't know, like ping pong, you know? You will never show me one guy who is not good. You will show me the best one. And you need some moment where you take all of the best one and we can see this is the popping, this is the hip hop, you know?
Fair.
And for that I really like before that there are some events like guest or not, that's it.
Yeah.
You know? And if you're a guest, even for you, it's like
a stamp.
Yeah, it's a big step for you.
Yeah.
Like you can feel that okay, now it's not the same thing because I'm in. And I have to prove now because there are some people that are guests since 5 years. Now me, I'm the new name. I have to improve. But sometimes I prefer some event like this just to say okay, we know that the lineup is crazy and let's go. And sometimes we open because it's normal and it's a hip hop dance. This is the mentality that it's for everybody. But just some moment, 2, 3 by years, it's okay. It's not, it's not too much. And for that, even UK B-Boy Champs, I think that they lose something at this moment. Because it was not the same lineup.
Yeah, I hear that. Yeah.
It was good.
Okay, so you have to go judge soon, but one thing I want to ask you quickly before you go is about like the future now, and you're doing different things, especially the clothing. So maybe you could tell me a little bit about the clothing, like what you're doing now, what you got going on, and.
Well, I did a lot of things. Really a lot of things, but the main thing is I try to keep my artist mentality, even my lifestyle. I want to be free. I want to do things that I really like in dance, And when I danced before, I like to try new things, like dance with a singer, dance for a brand, give some class, some workshop, And I did the same thing. So for sure, you will never find the same energy that you feel in dance in someone else, in something else. Impossible. I search. Impossible. Too much element together to. So I really like to teach. So I keep that. I do a lot of how we say it, the formation, the training. A lot of training for some company. About the personal branding. It's come the workshop about personal branding. Like. How to know yourself, how to speak about you, how to sell yourself, your competence.
I kind of know what you mean.
Okay, how you can say your good thing, yourself.
Sure.
So, and I take just my background of dancer to give to the people.
Oh, nice.
So I start with that. I have an agency of photo and video, and the brand right now, like Maleme. But it was an idea that.
What does it mean?
Maleme, it's male, Aimé, it's loved. But in France, in French, there are double meanings.
Okay.
Because if you take off the I, mal is bad. And bad loved, it's like the guy who is not loved, but we don't know why.
Okay.
If you take Karim Benzema, the football player? Okay.
Maybe people listening will know.
Yeah, but like this guy, because it's a French guy. But we have some people sometimes it's like crazy, like Omar Sy. Omar Sy, the actor?
No. Sorry.
Like Lupin. Ouais, Lupin. Comment il s'appelle ce film? Intouchable. Ouais, mais c'est pas le. Untouchable, the movie?
You don't know this black guy that helped a guy in a wheelchair?
Oh, yeah.
A French movie?
I think I saw it,
So there are a lot of guys that people really love, but you don't understand why. There are some people, they hate them too.
Okay.
At the same time, you know.
Right.
And if you look back of your life, you meet a lot of people like this, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you do good things. Like for example, you did the podcast. For sure, there are people they hate it.
Oh yeah.
You know.
Definitely.
So this is the meaning of the brand. It's like whatever you do, do it. Don't listen to people.
Okay.
Just do it, you know. And when I dance,
I was gonna say
people say that I didn't do popping, you know, it's crazy, you know, it's like I go to the football pitch with a ball and they say I don't do football, bro, you know, it's a little bit too much to say that, you know, but that's it, you know. So this is the meaning of the brand, that whatever you do, do it, don't care about the people, just go straight. And we all have a story in our life where we don't understand something like this, you know, why you don't love this, or why we don't like this, why you hate this, why you criticize like this. So this is the meaning, and it's more like streetwear for sure, but we want to use reference, like French reference and streetwear reference, because right now we have a lot of brands that they say that they are streetwear, but it's not really street. It's more skatewear. If you take like Palace in London, for example, Stussy, Supreme, you know.
It's like skate surfing.
A lot of skate, you know. I don't say that it's not street, but it's really a world. The skate world, it's a world. It's not the same that in hip hop. Hip hop scene, you know. So we want to just change a little bit about that, about the reference, and to come with new clothes too, you know. And the last thing, I write a book. It's a guide.
Okay.
It's a guide. Wow, on dit ça comme ça. A guide for the people who work in the how we say in English, sport inclusion. No.
Yeah.
Inclusion par le sport. You know, when you help people, you want to help. For example, you are a guy that...
Integration by the sport.
We use sport to do some transfer of skills.
Yeah, okay, yes, that makes sense.
Okay?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, like if you did like exercise with the basketball, you know, and it's about the communication. There are a lot of young people, for example, that they don't work and it's difficult for them to find work. They will be really good for the communication during the exercise, but when you say, okay, you have to do the same thing in the company, they say, I can do it. But
so it's like using the sport to learn the skills for...
And all the sports, you know, even dance, you can use it, you know. Like if you do choreography, you have a choreographer, you have to follow him, to listen to him. It's the same with a manager and company, for example, you know. So I do a lot of training in this thematic, and a lot of people ask me every time, do you have some
material?
You know, some material to use it right now. And I say no, because for the company that I work, they don't have nothing. So with our friends, we just say, okay, we will write little thing and to give to the people, but you write, and then it's a book. So
and it turned into a bigger thing.
So it's good because the first one in this thematic. And we have a lot of call right now. Boy, it's crazy. I don't know how we will. Really, it's crazy. So
too much success.
I'm happy. You know, I'm happy about that, and it's just about like dance. You know, you have one IG and you go.
Yeah.
So this is what I do, and the big job, not job, but the big part of my life is to be a father, and the man of one wife. This is the priority first. No,
the family first, and then
family first. The rest is okay.
Nice.
And sometimes I come here, you know, to some event. One by year is okay.
Yeah.
One or two maximum. After,
Okay, dope. Well, bro, I'm happy to hear that you have success even now after the dance.
Thank you.
I have to say this every time, like, you know.
But it's about people like you. Like really, I continue to do things that I like, because there are a lot of people. We don't really say that a lot of time, I think, but we have a lot of people that they support us, and even if you don't see it, sometimes just one message, you know, one, hey, I like what you do.
And it helps to keep it.
So that's why every time when I spoke to the people, I say, what I do, it's not me. It's a lot of people.
Yeah.
It's just my body. You know,
I hear that.
who do it. But it's a lot of people. A lot of people are part of that, you know.
Yeah.
So it ends for that, you know. Every time you give me good feedback, good good words. So thank you a lot for that.
Of course, man. It's
really happy to be there today with you, really.
Yeah, I'm happy you're still around. And Yeah, bro. Like honestly, like I was really inspired a lot by you in the beginning, and like I said, there's a few people on the list of that were like at the beginning. It was like always looking at, always being inspired. Not only the dance, but just like the creativity, the art, like you said. Like, and I was like, okay, this is how I want to be, and you know. To be able to sit down with like you, Nyako, Feist, like to have these conversations, it's like crazy honor for me, and it's really like a, you know, a tick thing in my life. Like I get to sit down and chat, and even you know like people like you and Nyako who I can like talk to as friends and stuff. It's like even bigger for me. It's like it's one thing to meet people that you look up to, but to chat and laugh and exchange. It's for me,
really,
it's what life
really
is about.
important for us because I know Nyako is like that too, but for me the human part is the most important, you know.
Same.
Even if I dance, don't dance, I don't care. If I just want people remember me that I was like a good guy.
Yeah.
You know, good dancer, it's okay.
Yeah.
But good guys.
For me, you both.
Thank you.
But yeah, thank you, bro.